Welcome to my life. Welcome to my life. This is Live with Loyalty. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Let me see what this is. Okay, okay. So, like I said, I'm going to talk about this Yandy versus Rasheeda, whoever it may be. Yeah, we understand that. As far as we know, that Rasheeda was the one that went onto a podcast speaking about Yandy and her, you know, marriage or whatever, and which Yandy has told the whole world like they didn't basically like they don't have like the marriage license and stuff like that, but they have a union. That's her choice, but I I kind of understand where Yandy is coming from. Also, I feel like Rasheeda has been on this show, and I don't think that Rasheeda is as dumb as people are her saying. She knows exactly what's going on in her relationship, and if you can read in between the lines, um, I remember Rasheeda even saying something about the baby mama coming to vacation with them, and she had to sleep in a whole nother area. And so I heard Yandy mention that, and I remember Yandy was like, we used to talk, and I don't know what happened. You know what happened, Yandy? Is they're territorial. They're very territorial, and a lot of people are. You know what I'm saying? But it seems like it goes on a lot in Atlanta where they're being territorial. I'm finna see who else on that show. Like, it's like you have to because you're from Atlanta. I'm representing Atlanta. No, no, because actually, you people are coming there to your city, and when people come to your city they kind of put that on the map. When they come to your city, you may be a native from there, but Rasheeda, it has been embarrassment like the whole time. I don't care where you from. I'm telling you, these people are territorial. They are. They're like I'm from ATL. And I heard where Rasheeda was like, if it wasn't for her, she thought she ate with that, but I don't think she ate with that because really, Yandy and them, New York started this. They did start that, and her and Yandy and Mona are close friends, and I just feel like, how did you end up turning on Yandy? Yandy was literally sitting up there sticking up for her. But so I guess, this is just allegedly. This is just what I'm assuming. Like, who got in Yandy, not Yandy, but Rasheeda and Kurt ear? And like somebody is trying to take their spot or something. Like, because they're being very, very territorial. If you sit up there and pay attention and look at it, meanwhile, Yandy and Mandeezy, because let me tell you something. Mandeezy ain't nobody to play with either. You know what I'm saying? Mandeezy, look at the stance of Mandeezy. Mandeezy, like he ain't nobody to play with, man. Like, do y'all remember when he was in New York? That buff, the dude that was like touching on Yandy while they was exercising and stuff, man. He told that dude out the frame. Like, this dude buff, all strong and everything. I'm quite sure he can knock a tree down. Call Kurt. Shoot, that was crazy to me. I was like, I'm kind of loving Mandeezy. I know people have situations. We don't know what Mandeezy and Yandy got going on, but They're sitting up here, they taking these rumors, or they taking whatever it may be to them, you know, on its head. They're accepting it. But one thing about what I see in Rasheeda and Kurt, I see a lot of it looks like a lot of secretive things are going on. It looks like she's accepting a lot, you know, just for the benefit of having that life that she wants to continue on having. It's embarrassment. Like, it's something I don't know if it's specifically that. I don't know if it's specifically that, but it's something going on with Kurt and Rasheeda and that baby mama. It's something that is lacking something, and I can't pinpoint it. I can honestly say that is whatever Yandy is saying, she may not be too far fetched. You know what I'm saying? Like, she's taking her shit on the head, what she got going on with Mandeezy, and the rumors about what she has done with the infidelity too. Like, one thing about it, I heard somebody say this. Well, Rasheeda, you're married to your husband, and this is what somebody was saying on TikTok. Like, you're married to your husband, and at least Yandy, if Yandy did do that to her husband, at least she know how to get some type of get back. You know what I'm saying? So you should have been got some get back. With when it came to um her and Kurt, and all the things Kurt has done to Rasheeda. Like, at first I thought Rasheeda was okay, but as the years went by, you start seeing like she does accept a lot. It's not my life. It's not my life. But I'm just saying, for what they show us, you know, the things he's done, it's not cool. I remember that time when she had got pregnant with her last son, and then he wanted a maternity test, and I'm just up there like, you want a maternity test for your wife? Like, it was surprising to me, but I'm not saying that that type of stuff doesn't happen, but because I'm like, why did he even ask her for that? You know what I'm saying? I don't know. It could be a reason. We don't know. But all I know now is that Rasheeda now wants to continue on playing this perfect couple stuff, although we know that they're not perfect. And they continue on playing this, oh, we just still gonna look good. Somebody really needs a therapist, and I think it is Rasheeda, because I mean, you want other people to be unhappy, and you tried to switch it up on Yandy and Medizi's, because at first Medizi was just sitting there chilling, and then next thing you know, all this stuff come out. You got your Kurt baby mama sitting up there, coming up there. You have the nerves to even talk when you allegedly, you know what I mean, you supposed to be slept with a married man, because I don't know how the whole situation went down, because just like Yandy said, like, they are like, you know they do things together. I mean, just own up to it. You know what I'm saying? Like, for real, open your mouth. This is how you know. Like, Rasheeda is sneaky, Kurt is sneaky, that they are doing things behind the scene, and it's something there that is being done, and they're not speaking about. And that's the thing with me, because cause look, when Rasheeda was going back and forth with Yandy, I'm sitting up there like, it look like she about to have a nervous breakdown. It just looks like she about to have a nervous breakdown. Like, girl, if you gonna do something, do something. If you gonna do something, do something. Uh, Shut up. You know what I'm saying? Because the world knows that you have been looking this certain way, because of all the things that your husband has been doing to you. And this is what y'all are showing us, and then now you also have the baby mama on the show. Y'all, she's getting money from y'all for the child, and now she is on the show making money too. I would say there's nothing wrong with that, but it do make it's just iffy. Is funny looking. You know what I'm saying? Like, it makes you think about stuff when y'all allow that type of stuff to happen, and then you come on here, you try to talk about somebody else's marriage, somebody else's relationship. You can't say nothing. I'm like, I don't know. What do you get up out of this? And it's just crazy. I wouldn't care where you from. If you, I'm gonna, I be right there in your own city, and I'm gonna call you out because I don't think Rasheeda is real. I think she's phony, and it's a lot of people that are around her that is phony right along with her. I think that she, if you let people like Rasheeda know that she is phony, and she's not even being real with herself, she won't want you as a friend. She won't want you as a friend because she's one of those people that does things that it's got to be a yes to it. Because don't get me wrong, now Rasheeda look good as hell. She look good as hell. For her age, just period. So I wouldn't. It ain't about the just the looks. But I'm just saying, for her age, she looked very good, y'all. And so does Yandy. Yandy looks good too, but I just feel like they wanted the storyline to end up somewhere else, which is on Mandeezy and Yandy. But I don't, y'all. I think more is gonna end up coming out about everything. More you targeted. I think they was setting it up from the beginning because just think about it. Mandeezy and Yandy is a couple, you know, with a contract, and Kurt and Rasheeda is a married couple too. Really, Rasheeda should have been like, I don't want to answer no questions about nobody else. I just want to answer questions about me and my relationship and stuff like that, and how it is on Love and Hip Hop. She didn't have to answer no questions about any of the castmates. She didn't have to answer any. That lets you know she was trying to be messy. She didn't have to answer that. You don't have to answer those questions about other people. And Rasheeda knows that. She's been in this industry for a long time. So she knows that. So I don't care how long they've been married. It's just as long as you've been married that long, and he has done all these things to you, Rasheeda, you just as stupid as you could be. You know what I'm saying? I'm just being honest because you're sitting on the show where you're showing us everything, which is that's how you making your one way of how you making your money. And I wouldn't blame nobody to try to sit up there and maneuver through being on TV and not trying to, you know, I wouldn't even call it hiding. If it didn't have to come out, it don't have to come out. I wouldn't even call it hiding. You got to know how to move through that. But a lot of time, Rasheed and them, I feel like they thought they were so good they could give advice here, give advice that you can give advice, but are you taking your own advice? Because it's been a lot of embarrassment. But ladies, it may not be embarrassment to her. You know what I'm saying? She probably already knew about it because, that's why it couldn't be embarrassment to her. You know what I'm saying? So, but we don't know. I don't know. But I love me some Yandy and Mandeezy. I really like Mandeezy because that man right there, I don't think they can mess with him for real. I don't think they can mess with Mandeezy for real. Man, these is gonna stand tall. You see how he stand? He stand straight up. He'll look you right in your eye. You know, man, these ain't no joke. You know, and Yandy, she's a very strong woman. You know, whatever you bring her way, you dish her way, she gonna take it. She gonna dish it. She gonna take it. And when it's time to spill, because Yandy probably got a lot more to say. And I just feel like with I feel like with Kurt and Rasheeda, they don't want a lot of things coming out. They don't want a lot of things coming out that they've been doing that people, like the friends on Love and Hip Hop, you know, probably know about, and they respected them on it, but you can't just keep sliding your way through stuff and just talk about cheating and infidelity when it goes way deeper than that. And then try to sit up there and counsel people on their relationship, their marriage, and our engagement or what have you maybe. I feel like Kurt and Rasheeda has been hiding a lot of stuff, and I feel like it's gonna end up coming out. It's gonna end up coming out you know. But other than that, I'm glad they had that little sit down. Rashida looked like she was having a nervous breakdown while she was arguing or whatever. Uh, but sometimes you got people that see through the bull crowd and will stand up to you. All I feel like Yandy was saying, like, you could have just passed on anything about us. So why all of a sudden y'all are talking about us? Like, she was like, it was one podcast. It don't matter. Just like Yandy said, all it takes is that one podcast to get stuff out. That's a way for people, natives that's from Atlanta, to try to get you out of Atlanta. And I want to say the same thing about Chaotic when Scrappy would. He's from Atlanta, so they like, well, they gonna have my back, and I'm from here. We do this, we do that. Like, come on now, let's be more welcoming than that. Like, cause from what I seen, Yandy came down there to handle business. I think Yandy did open up two businesses down there in Atlanta. She just doing what you gotta do. I even seen Yandy working her own restaurant, just being real with herself. I seen Rasheed and them do it too. Yeah, I seen Rasheed and them do it too. So y'all got like that business knowledge, like each other. You know what I'm saying? But that's how I know it's got to be some jealous from one couple, to another. You know what I'm saying? Like, you mad because they can come do it in your city, you know what I'm saying? In Atlanta, it's territorial, y'all. This is how Rashida and them is being. Like, wherever you from, this is how you be. You should want everybody to make it, and then it's also territorial on the show because it's two couples that's married, So I just feel like it shouldn't be that way. We all can eat, and I'm not fit to fight with you. I don't have time to fight with you. You know what I'm saying? Because I just don't understand. Like, what did I Spice was saying? I just don't know, where did this begin? You know, and Yanda was like, "You tell me." Like, you tell me where it began, because I used to talk to her all the time, and then it's like a switch. Yeah, it's like I used to talk to her all the time, and then what also puzzled me was when um Kurt and the baby mama and Rasheeda, they had that, I guess they was eating lunch or whatever, and they had that moment, and then Kurt is like, you gonna have to say something, you gonna have to show, basically say something to show, you gonna have to get down to the bottom of that. I'm like, the expression on his face, like, You saying this in front of your baby mama. You know what I'm saying? Y'all do act like you all do have a relationship, because ain't no way I would be expressing it in that way in front of my baby mama about the situation that's going on. You could have met, and baby mama, if y'all not that close, I don't see how y'all end up meeting up, and then you're able to tell them what's said, and everybody is all of a sudden like, yeah, yeah, yeah. You're gonna have to show them. My husband by not ever, not he don't have another baby mama, but I'm just saying, by not, if he did, you by not ever in front of my baby mama, in front of your baby mama, tell me you gonna have to get down to the bottom of these such like who. So now you got to get down to the bottom of it with Mendeezy too. Then, so I don't think he really, yeah, Kurt tall and all this, but Mendeezy is no joke to try to sit up there and step up to. It really is a problem. Like, cause Mendeezy don't talk like that. He don't talk much, and it's a reason why. He sits back, he pay attention, he know how people are moving, and that's the type of guy I like. You know what I'm saying? And man, he just no joke, man. He just no joke. And he will be at peace with people, and stuff like that. But when this stuff come along and this stuff come about, you keeping a name in your mouth. Cause first of all, it was Kurt baby mama. And yes, Kurt baby mama is attached to him and Rasheeda. That's how she came on the show, attached to him and Rasheeda. Guess what? They Mandeezy is right, and Yandy is right for attaching her to them. Cause that's exactly how she came on that show, attached to them. So when she's coming stepping up to Mandeezy's and Yandy is speaking on things that don't have anything to do with her. It really doesn't, like, because you could have kept your noise to yourself and your shit to whatever you seen to yourself, just like a lot of people have done on the show themselves. These people probably don't even know how secretive and what these other people that's from Atlanta be doing. Or they could know and they try to keep it secret because they're the same way. But I just feel like it's something very sneaky about Rasheeda and Kurt. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. It's something very sneaky about both of them. So, yeah, that's all I had to say about that. But, you know, you can kind of see how all that stuff will end up being played out. But Rasheeda and Kurt gonna continue on being fake. They're not real. They're not real to themselves. We didn't ask you to. We don't ask you to care about what we feel and what we think. We don't. But we can. We can give our opinion about what we see, and if you don't like it, just scroll past it. But now I want to talk about Chrisean. So I spoke on Chrisean yesterday, and spoke on her siblings, her sisters, and stuff like that. First of all, Chrisean, I heard what Chrisean calls the police to her sister Tyran house, right? And Tyran had her son, and she was trying to get her son back. First of all, you told your sister to get your son because you knew that she would take care of him. Then you got one of the other sisters on here on YouTube. She's speaking, and it sounds like she's taking up for Chrisean, even in Chrisean's wrong. I hear her speak more about what everybody else do, but not Chrisean. And I also, it seems a little jealousy because Chrisean chose that sister, Tyran. Tyrone, however say her name, and she did not choose her, right? I'm not understanding because y'all gotta learn how to let this girl grow and do what she gotta do herself. Chrisean is not a child anymore. She's not. I also heard her say that she's not the baby. She's y'all baby sister, but she's not a baby. She has to grow up someday. How in the heck is she gonna learn? How is she gonna learn if y'all don't allow her to? She gonna keep crashing out. You shouldn't ever took that child. You had your child at your sister's house if you was gonna call the police just to get her back. Chrisean, you don't need that child in your presence because the stuff that you do that you try to hide, what people can see through. So I just feel like they're doing way too much, and the sisters get involved when they shouldn't get involved when it comes to Chrisean, because Chrisean gonna do whatever she want to do anyway, and then she gonna crash out on y'all talking about y'all extorting her. And I'm tired of my family extorting her when your child is in other people's presence. There's no cause for your child. And if you don't have any children, you don't know about this here. If you are able to do your job and go at peace because you know your child is somewhere where you know that child is being taken care of, yeah, you're gonna have to pay that person. You're gonna have to pay for your child being there. Yeah, what do you expect? You want somebody to feel bad for you that's making thousands and hundreds of thousands and probably millions. If you make a million, we don't know your cost, but you're getting mad about what you have to do for your child. You have one child that you have to do for, that you should want, nothing but good things for. What they're doing with the money that you give them for them is none of your business. But what they do with the money that's supposed to be done for your child, that's your business. That's what you answer to. And if you're away and all the time you running up behind a guy or you seeking for attention in a negative way, be grateful that your child is somewhere where you don't have to worry about it. I think Rashawn be want to use her sisters and put them out in the spotlight in a bad light to make herself look good. And it's no making her look good because she still ends up messing up. I mean, we all do. She's not perfect. We're not perfect, but you gonna put your stuff out there in the spotlight. It is what it is what we're gonna talk about. Grow up. Grow up. And y'all, as her sisters, need to allow her to grow up. It needs to allow her to grow up because she's not growing up. Every time you turn around, she's not learning her lesson about anything. We all go through things in life that when you're going through it, you're supposed to learn your lesson from it. But if nobody is telling her she's not, especially as a big sister, if you're not telling her that she's doing this, that, and that wrong, you need to straighten up. You know what I'm saying? It's not big sister bow down to the little sister. No. Yeah, you're vulnerable to your younger sister, but what they got to do is stop looking at Chrisean about all the things that she went through and make Chrisean stronger through all the things that she did go through and that family did go through, which I know that they went through a lot. They can express it, and I can see it in their face. You know what I'm saying? Allow that to make you tougher. Allow that to make it a testimony. You know what I'm saying? Don't go out here wilding out, but don't sit up. Make sure you're she takes accountability for the things that she is doing, or she's gonna keep crashing out and doing it. As a big sister, and all of them are older than her, you have to let her know. No, she does the thing publicly. You let her know publicly. She probably think that's embarrassing. No, don't let me know there. No, no, no. It's not speaking down on your sister when you want her to go, down the right track. You know what I'm saying? It's not, and you're telling the truth. And if she thinks that, then that's how y'all end up being against each other, because she's gonna pin you all against each other. And this is what I'm saying now, because you're not allowing her to take accountability for what she is doing wrong. And Chrisean is doing a lot of things wrong in this spotlight. You know what I'm saying? You can only take, if I can't tell you anything, you know, about your behavior, I can't be around you in your behavior. That's siblings, that's mom, dad, or whatever. I gotta step away. You're gonna have to learn yourself. See, the oldest one, you go through a lot, but you cannot baby those younger siblings, because they just gonna go roll with it. Oh, my sister is gonna do this, and one sister is talking about they love this sister. Basically, you might as well say you love this sister more than the other, and then next thing you know, with this family, they love you one minute and they hate you the next. Such a strong word, but it's a whole bunch of mess. It's a whole bunch of mess, and then they come to the internet with it, and they show themselves. Oh, I love Chrisean more than I love all my siblings. You might as well go and say, because Chrisean is the one that's, can get in and make money. And I'm talking about not just a little bit money, but a lot of money. You know what I'm saying? But do you know what this girl probably be doing for all of this? You know what I'm saying? You need to start holding her accountable for the things that she does. She does have a child, one child at that she has to take care of. And the children, the child is important. Y'all sitting up here bickering, and what about the child? Chrisean, you sending the police to your sister's house. That's disturbing to me. Because what she says or does something you don't like, but is your child harm. Let's think about the child for a minute. Can y'all stay focused on the child that's not of good health, allegedly? Can you focus on the child and stop work? Take allow yourself to make whole Chrisean accountable for the things that she does. Is that a good sister? Call police to your house? Is that a good sister that has on camera where her sister is, where she stays, and got everything showing? Could be the car tag showing and everything, but this is what Chrisean does. This is what she does, and I just think it's crazy that it's like every time people deal with Chrisean, it's always come out about that, come out of it that is not good. That comes out of it, it is not good. It is sad. It's like, give me a break. Y'all ain't gonna step away for a minute and see how bad she'll need y'all. She thinks y'all need her. You know, like, stop letting her think y'all need her. That's why she continue on coming. She can continue on turning each other, y'all, against each other. Because she feels like she's the favorite one. She's the omega. She's not. It's falling. It's falling. If she do not get her crap together, it's falling down. It's already declining. She's gonna be all the way down there on the decline soon, because nobody is making sure she's accountable for the things that she's doing wrong. You getting up here, you feeling sorry for her. How are you feeling sorry for her? You don't have much to live off of, and she's steady out here making money, 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 and you think she's not supposed to give her sister for doing something? Like, what, last month they was all up on her talking about CPS and DHR, however it may be, and where you from. You think you're not help? You think her sister is not helping her big with that? We don't even know if she's running from CPS, and that's why she gave the, allowed the baby to go over there with her sister. The reason why she did that, and the reason why the sister wants more money, because we don't know what the situation is with that. I just feel like start taking her accountable for the things that she's doing. And I'm not talking about behind the scenes, because that really make you look stupid in public. When you sitting up there, you're taking up for her. Meanwhile, she's doing some idiotic stuff online and speaking some idiotic stuff online. It's a lot of kids that are young people that are smart as heck, that knows how to maneuver through the crowd, through all of the people, work in different places, and know how to act. Okay, and been through way more than what she has ever been through, that whole family has ever been through, and one person. You know what I'm saying? So it's no excuse for your behavior because of you go through a lot in life. It's no excuse for that. It's no excuse to act that way, and fake it like nobody see through your bull crap. What you doing, but like, she can't fool me. The family can't fool me. Honestly, I would have been separate myself, and anybody else that's like Chrisean and that family, I would have been separated myself from, because then it's just not good. She's running with a whole lot of darkness, and people really have to realize it. If you really want to help Chrisean, tell her the truth. That's it. That's all. Y'all, thank y'all for watching. If you catch this later, thank you for watching. I love you, and I am out. Peace.